So, who did I have in mind when I put together this protocol? It's truly for someone that used to be fiercely independent, someone that used to grab their keys and go when they wanted to go, when they needed to go without having to rely on someone else or have someone else bring their groceries or have someone else take them here or there. And there are a lot of reasons that a person might find themselves staying home and driving less frequently or even not at all. I know that that's become increasingly popular to just kind of hang up the car keys and say, I don't want to drive anymore. And I want you to know that your fears are not unfounded. The risks of the road are absolutely real. Most of us have some sort of trauma, fender bender, accident, or something that kind of looms in our mind. And in addition to that, just the overwhelm of the world. Our subconscious mind has a job to do, and that job is to protect you. So if you find yourself getting symptoms of anxiety rather than really identifying with that diagnosis, rather than really looking at the anxiety as a disability, look at it as your mind trying to protect you. And it is probably safer to stay at home, but there comes a time where the risk and the reward we have to look at. Is it more worth it to us to be free? Is it more worth it to us to be independent? And if that's you, if I'm speaking to you right now and you're like, I want to drive, I wish I could, but I don't feel safe, just the thought of it, I start to get symptoms and hyperventilating and attention and all of those things. This particular session is designed to speak to your subconscious mind in various ways. So if driving is something you want to do, you want to get back on the road, you want to feel more safe, you want to feel more confident, and you want to overcome that sense of isolation and dependence, then this is for you. And I invite you to enjoy this episode over and over and over and continually convince your subconscious mind that it is worth it to drive again. Welcome to your much deserved hypnotic rest. This is your time for yourself. Nobody wants anything. Nobody needs anything. So I invite you to make yourself comfortable and settle back, settle down inside. Allow those eyelids to close, indicating that it is safe to be here now. And as you feel the tip of your tongue on the roof of your mouth, you can notice that your jaw automatically relaxes. That's right. Relax the jaw now and allow that relaxation to spread anywhere it needs to go. As my voice goes with you into a relaxing story that begins with once upon a time. Once upon a time, on a clear autumn night, there was a little cottage on a serene hilltop among the expansive rolling hills, and there lived a beautiful old woman named Everly. She was named Everly as a tribute to her grandfather Everett because it means brave and strong. And her grandfather was a legendary figure known for his fearless spirit, having encouraged the people from his hometown to face their fears and stand strong during a challenging time. And Everly was honored to carry the name of her grandfather. She wore it like a badge of honor. She used to ride horses with confidence and poise. And as she led her horse to a gallop, she felt the fearless courage pumping through her very body and would think maybe she got that from Grandpa. She would ride fearlessly, allowing her chestnut hair to blow wildly in the wind. And it seems that she hasn't thought about that in quite some time, because many years have gone by and many things have changed since back then. Now her hair was medium length with salt and pepper and silvery streaks that sparkled in the evening moonlight. And she was standing there on a large rock at the edge of her property. And as she looked upon the open roads and the lights coming from the little towns that were only miles below, she would sip her tea on this rock, longing for adventure. And sometimes she would notice a plane above and wonder where the passengers might be traveling to. She thought about how brave they were to travel so far from the safety of their own homes. And she wondered, would they be visiting family across the ocean, or preparing for an exciting business meeting, or dreaming of their soon-to-be vacation destination? She would sip her tea and wonder if some of the passengers were going sightseeing or snow skiing or planning to lie in a hammock at the seashore. And she would entertain herself by thinking about the journey that everyone else was taking. She marveled at all the possibilities. And that evening, Everly stretched out on the rock and looked back at her cozy home where her car was parked. And she thought about how it used to go so many places, but now it seemed the car had become a fixture in the landscape. And she would sometimes let herself remember how she used to go anywhere she wanted, whenever she wanted, without a veil of fear holding her back. And she remembered driving with the windows down and the music up, and how she felt free and comfortable. She would stop by to see her family, sometimes bring them a bouquet of flowers that she picked from her own front yard. As she stood on the rock, she had memories of her friends that were going through hard times and how she would lovingly prepare a meal and bring it by their home, where she would receive a hug that was worth 1,000 words. And it felt so good to just be free. And as she began to grow older, she had endured so much change in her own life. And the town she used to travel about so freely, that had changed too. It didn't feel as safe as it did when she was younger. And without even realizing it at first, she was staying home more and more. After all, it did feel like home was the safest place, so she made herself comfy at home, enjoying her tea on the big rock, watching day by day the lights in the town below, sipping her tea and feeling quite content. But as time went on, she began to feel an urge to adventure and a longing for the independence of her youth, where fear was just a fleeting thought, a temporary feeling, and so easily dismissed by the driving force of being free to do what she had to do, free to do what she wanted to do. And she even flashed to the first time that she held the key to her first car. And a moment of clarity washed over her as she wondered when she might feel that sense of empowerment again. And as you breathe in, you can pretend that you're standing beside Everly in this tranquil landscape, overlooking the hustle and bustle of the towns in the valley. And there is a sense of freedom in the air, the endless possibilities that stretch before you. And there really is a part of you that has a deep compassion and understanding for the way that Everly is feeling. And you search inside to find the words to help her resolve this conflict inside. And as you do, an almost magical event occurred in this land of the rolling hills. A brilliant shooting star streaked across the sky, illuminating the darkness with its radiant glow. And that brilliant shooting star completely captivated Everly as she watched the star's courageous journey. And she felt a stir within her own heart. And with a spark of truth and clarity, and a desire to help her be free, just like she used to be free, you say, courage lies within us, waiting to be awakened. And you extend your hand, inviting her to embark on a quest, a mission inside, and getting that sense that it is safe to be here now. And hand in hand with Everly, you embark on an inner journey, together delving into the depths of the subconscious, where the roots of her fears have been stored. And along the way, encountering powerful symbols, a soaring eagle representing freedom and confidence to do things on your own, and a helping hand representing how free you are to help others and to go when you want to go without relying on anyone else to get from here to there. And a radiant sunrise representing a new beginning. Because sometimes it feels good to clear everything off the table and make a fresh start, doesn't it? And you begin to notice how Everly intently watches the eagle soaring high above, embracing the boundless sky with outstretched wings, feeling the wind beneath your own wings, the exhilarating rush of personal freedom as this sensation grows more and more, expanding now. That's right. And if it feels right, you can anchor this feeling inside as times that you were so courageous flash through your mind. Times when you did the thing that you were afraid to do, and you did it, didn't you? That's right. And as a kind person does want to offer words of encouragement from time to time, you can do that now. Because Everly really does long to be like that eagle once again. And you are understanding and gentle towards her. And because you want Everly to know she can embrace the challenge of driving with excitement. Because sometimes feeling anxious can feel like being excited, like standing in line for an amusement park ride or getting ready for a big celebration. And sometimes a person says they're excited for the big day or the thrill of the ride. And someone else might have a happy smile on their face as they say they're nervous about the big day. And someone else might say they're anxious to attend the event. Because sometimes anxious and excited feel the same, but with a different frame. And that's helpful to know, isn't it? Because Everly can notice her confidence grows with every mile she travels. And because it's okay to feel what you feel when you're driving, your mind can be clear and calm, allowing you to handle every situation with ease and confidence. And your subconscious mind has a job to do, and that job is to keep you safe. And it does a good job. So your body and mind work in harmony to keep you calm and in control when you're in the driver's seat. And it does feel good to be in control sometimes, doesn't it? Using all your senses, all your resources to drive well. Because there are some things you do very well, and you remain in control and safe and sound. And so driving can be that way, doing well as your mind is clear and calm, allowing you to handle any situation with ease and confidence. And it feels good to be able to do what you need to do. And it feels good to be able to do what you want to do. And it feels good to be able to go from here to there. And so you can get a picture in your mind of some of the times that you were a helping hand, because a person can have a sense of well-being, knowing they are free to help others, taking them from here to there, as you see the joy in their eyes. And you can just get a sense of the fulfillment and purpose that comes from being of service. And you can allow this feeling to permeate your mind, because driving can be about personal freedom, but it can also be a way to uplift others, to be of service, and being free to help others. That feels good, doesn't it? And then there's that radiant sunrise, casting its golden light upon a time when fear was only in the background, and it didn't hold the key to your freedom. Because the jingling sound of the keys in your hand was the key to going where you want to go, when you want to go, without needing to rely on anyone else. Because there have been times when you were unburdened by worries, as you feel the essence of that fearless version of yourself. That's right. Feel the essence of that fearless version of yourself. let it blend with you right now, unlocking your bravery as easily as a person unlocks a car door, like clicking a button on a key fob. Just that easy beeping sound, noticing how it takes no effort at all. That's it. Because there have been times you have been brave. And from this moment onward, whenever you want to go, where you want to go, when you want to go, you can. That's right. You can. Knowing that you hold the key to your own freedom and purpose. And oh, that radiant sunrise. These symbols can fill you with a deep sense of courage, reminding you of your own innate bravery. And as you look over at Everly, still staring at the sky where the shooting star had been, it's easy to notice that she's feeling better now. Her face seems to be more relaxed. Even the corners of her mouth are turned up, revealing a little smile. And it seems she looks younger now and unbothered. When you turn to walk back towards her home, it's as if her cozy home, her comfort zone, it's expanding, feeling safer and safer, more and more. As she walks up the driveway, you begin to wonder, what will she do tomorrow? And how can things be different now? Now that she remembered how capable she really is. And I wonder if you'll drift and dream tonight, and how easy it might be to go where you want to go. And you can listen to this session often and continue to surprise yourself by feeling better and better. And because happiness is for other people, happiness is for you too. And because it is true that happy people say kind things to themselves inside, you can begin to notice an encouraging voice cheering you on as you move through your day to day. And it could be your own inner voice. It could be the voice of someone you really respect or admire. Or it could even be that you hear my voice almost audibly in your day to day, and it tells you, you are good enough. I'm proud of you. I am. I'm proud of you. And more, you feel better about who you are. And more, you become the person you really want to be. And more, you notice yourself making the healthy choice. And you know healing is always available to you. And you know tranquility is always available to you. And you are better and better all the time. and so it is. And as you prepare to return on the count of 5 to your normal waking state, you can bring with you a sense of calm, a sense of clarity, and the confidence that you can continue to make healthy choices that support your life and well-being. 1, feeling good. 2, feeling alert and refreshed. 3, feeling marvelous. 4, a big stretch, bringing oxygen to your muscles. And 5, eyes wide open like you're washing your face with cool, cold water. Welcome back to the here and now. You're already a friend of mine because you're tuned in to the Get Well with Me podcast. And I want you to come and hang out with me this Wednesday and experience the magic of a live group hypnosis session on Zoom. So look for the link to sign up for Wellness Wednesday in the episode description. And don't resist the urge to click that link because I'd absolutely love to see you there.